Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, so this just happened in St. Petersburg, Russia. A former Russian commander, officer, and someone who also formerly worked for the private military contractor, the Russian private military contractor Wagner, and who was more recently a war correspondent or reporter, has been killed in a terrorist attack in a cafe in St. Petersburg, suspected to have been carried out by Ukrainian operatives. So this means that Ukraine is incorporating terrorist attacks inside of Russia as part of their war effort. This is something that should have been expected, particularly when they're not doing as well inside of Ukraine, that they would adapt terrorist tactics inside of Russia. Now, I anticipate, and I've been talking about this for over a year now, that we are likely to see these kind of attacks increase not only inside of Russia, but also against any country that the West deems to be insufficiently hostile towards Russia or openly aligned towards Russia. But also I would suggest that we're likely to see these types of attacks being carried out against any individuals and any organizations who are perceived to be, which means labeled as pro-Russian or backed by Russia or sympathetic with Russia, anywhere in Europe. So that could even include protesters in France, labor unions, and so on, and any politicians or public figures who make statements critical of the sanctions against Russia and the isolation of Russia, and who express any hesitation about supporting the Ukrainian war effort. My anticipation is that we will see the proliferation of terrorist groups of all different stripes across the European continent carrying out attacks like these in all of the countries of Europe. Because this again is part of the destabilisation program of the owners and controllers of global financialized capital to destabilize Europe. And Allah knows best. Jazakumullahu khairan wa assalamu alaikum.